What's going on, guys? This is Tyler from Real Lounge Entertainment, and today we're going to be doing a different type of video today. I have my notes right in front of me, and today we're going to be reviewing my 2025 most anticipated movies from last year. So basically in this, we're going to do like 10 to 12 basically like movie reviews and basically talk about how I felt about those movies coming out and how I feel about them now. And if you guys haven't already, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know how you feel about these type of movies, and if you want me to do any more type of list videos for you. Now, this list might be a little funny, and we'll get to that. But with my honorable mentions, we had Wolfman, Mortal Kombat 2, and Freakier Friday on there. Now, first, let's talk about the Wolfman. I know a lot of people don't really like it, but personally, I did enjoy the movie. Like we did talk about this on the podcast, but if you haven't seen our horror remake video, please be sure to go check that one out. But I did go into that movie and out really liking it. But talking about it, I know there are some flaws about the movie, but me personally, I just really like the aspect of seeing the werewolf stuff. I was digging the backstory between the dad, the mom, and the daughter. I thought that was kind of cool, and like how they got to the cabin and stuff, and then even like the dad turning and stuff like that. I thought that was really cool. I did like seeing the dad versus dad at the end of the movie, but I know there are some flaws to this. Like for example, like the dad versus dad thing. You're telling me that the non-experienced werewolf wins at the end, like that I can kind of get, but the movie does drag a little bit, and I can definitely see that. I only watched it the one time, and I feel like if I watch it again, I'm not gonna like it as much. But I still do enjoy this movie. I think it's a solid one, and that might be a hot take because I know a lot of people don't like this movie. And next up, we have Mortal Kombat 2. Now, the reason why I was laughing at the beginning is because this movie actually didn't get released yet. It was supposed to be for an October release, and they pushed it to May. And I was a little bummed out about it because I actually really enjoyed the first one. Me personally, I'm not a big Mortal Kombat fan. I think I played the game a couple times, but I know a couple of my other friends do enjoy that movie. So me going into the movie, I wasn't expecting much, but I actually did kind of enjoy it. So if you guys any Mortal Kombat fans out there, please let me know in the comments. And my last honorable mention is Freakier Friday. Now, this is the funny thing because in my notes, it's a totally different thing than what I'm about to say because I actually did finish watching it when I came home from school today. So my notes are going to be totally different than what I'm saying right now. But being a pretty good fan of the first one, I did really like the first one. Wasn't too sure how I was going to like the second one. I wasn't sure how I was going to like the daughter and the friend where they basically become sisters, be part of like the switching thing. I thought maybe we were just going to get another story with Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis, but we didn't. But I actually did kind of like this movie. I did laugh a lot more than I thought I was going to. And seeing the dynamic between Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis become the daughters and vice versa, thought was very funny. There definitely are a couple lines in there I did laugh out loud when Jamie Lee Curtis is saying, "Did I just pee?" and "Why do I always pee my pants?" and stuff like that. That stuff I thought was really funny. But I was actually kind of surprised about this movie. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did, and I'm very happy that they brought the classic song from the first one back into this one. So I thought that was cool. And coming in at my number 10, I had Avatar Fire and Ash. And you guys can come at me in the comments, but I just didn't see this movie yet. I wasn't a huge fan of Way of Water. Thought the movie dragged. It was a little similar to the first one. I feel like they didn't take risk in it. But it is beautifully made. The visuals on it is crazy good. I don't know. I wasn't so excited to see this movie. Personally, I think it's going to be really good. Try not to listen to everybody out there, but I know it's made a decent amount of money, so I mean, there's got to be some good stuff there. But I think this movie has to get to a certain point to make the other ones to make profit. But if you guys did see it, let me know if you guys like it, and should I go see it in the theaters. And at my number 9, I had Predator: Badlands. Now this is another movie that I didn't see, so it's totally on me. But when it was announced, I thought it was a pretty cool concept, seeing the like predator as the main focus and not seeing it as like humans versus the predator. So that was pretty cool. But I think just as time got on, I kind of just like lost interest into it. I did hear some pretty positive stuff about the movie, and it was kind of like shocking to hear that because I wasn't too sure about that. But if you guys did see it, let me know down in the comments how you guys felt about it. But personally, I kind of just lost interest and never went to go see it. And coming in at my number 8, I had Thunderbolts. Now, this movie actually shocked me. I wasn't too sure how we were going to get a good dynamic and chemistry between all these quote unquote side characters from like the shows and some of the movies. But I think I do like this movie a little bit better than Fantastic Four, but we can get to that later because that's definitely on the list. But I was really digging the chemistry between all of these. I really liked the movie. I saw it twice in theaters, and I thought it was even better on the second watch. The ending is a little weak for me, but it doesn't take out of all the shining moments in this movie. I thought it was great. And with this movie, I think it was definitely a right step in the right direction for Marvel because I know there has not been a lot of good stuff from them recently. And at my number 7, we had Black Phone 2. Now, I was really excited going into this movie, seeing the trailer, and we're going to get like a Freddy Krueger style type movie. That was really cool. But also with the trailer, I was really confused of why we're in like a snowy area because I can't remember what state they were from, but that stuff was kind of throwing me off and why he was like on skates and stuff. But with them bringing a backstory to it, I actually thought it was really cool seeing the Grabber and Finn go at each other again. But now it was even better with this one because now the sister Gwen had powers, kind of just like her mother. So we get a little bit more backstory with that stuff, which I thought was really cool. But after walking out of theaters, I wasn't too sure how I felt about it. I did like it, but I was in the middle of did I really like it or I just thought it was an okay movie. So I only saw it the one time in theaters, so this movie definitely needs a rewatch for me soon. But let me know down in the comments, how did you guys feel about this? And at my number 6, I had Captain America Brave New World. Now, this movie was such a disappointment, man. Like, it didn't hit like I thought it was going to. I thought this was a really good step for Sam Wilson as Captain America, which he was the shining part in the movie. But it's just sad to say that this honestly didn't even feel like a Captain America sequel. It felt more of like an Incredible Hulk sequel. Now there was some cool stuff about this that I did like, but one thing that kind of threw me off a little bit is you bring Giancarlo Esposito. I can't remember his character name right now, but they brought him in. He's such a big actor. It's cool to bring him into this, but they kind of did nothing with his character. I think you could have just replaced him with any other actor, and it wouldn't have done it any different. Um, it just sucks that we had this because this was like the film debut for Sam Wilson as Captain America in a movie, so that kind of sucked. Like we did get the show, which was cool, but this was like his shining moment. And I feel like I'm a defender on this than most people out there. I know that people don't really like this movie as much, but it just sucks that this is the movie we got. And coming in at my number 5, which I feel like is probably on most people's, top movies of the year, we have Superman. Going into this movie, I was really excited for this to see what we were going to get, but this might be a hot take. I'm just not as a big fan of it as everybody else. It is one of my favorite movies of the year. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. I thought Corn Sweat did a good job with it. But to me, I feel like it was just a little off-putting for me. I get that it's not an origin story. We don't need that. I can totally get this. But the fact that we're throwing in all these other heroes in the movie, to me, kind of took away of it being a Superman movie. And I might just be not looking at it in the right way. But to me, it kind of felt like a Superman and Friends movie because without them, he's in trouble. I don't know. I still really like the movie. It just felt off this being like the first movie of James Gunn's DCU. I don't know. It just felt a little weird. Trust me, I did like these heroes in here. I thought Mr. Terrific was amazing in this. The music in this is amazing. Corn Sweat has a few good speeches in this. I like the chemistry between Lois Lane and him. But I'm just not as a big fan of it as the other people out there. I know they praise this movie as like one of the best movies of 2025, which it is, but I'm just not as high on it as other people. And coming in at my number 4, I had Karate Kid Legends. Now, this movie was actually a huge disappointment to me when I saw that this was announced and the trailer dropped. The music in this was sick. Seeing Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio together in one movie, to help this dude out. Like, that interests me so much. I'm a huge Karate Kid fan, and especially a Cobra Kai super fan. Especially, I'm the one, watching it day one on YouTube TV or YouTube Red or whatever it was called. But this just didn't land for me. It felt very rushed. Like, there's this love story with Ben Wang in it with this one girl, and it kind of just immediately kicks off. Like, it was love at first sight, which I know can happen. But for this movie, it just didn't make sense. They do this side thing with her dad and this boxing thing. It was a little weird, but whatever. But him training, I thought was a little rushed. Like, I feel like he didn't even get all the right techniques and everything to win this battle. And I don't know. I just felt like this movie was super rushed. It had a lot of potential in it, but I think this one kind of missed for me. And coming in at my number 3, I had Final Destination Bloodlines. Now, I did enjoy this movie when it came out. I thought it was maybe one of the better ones. But this might be a hot take too. I honestly thought this movie was kind of mid. I did like some good stuff in this. I thought the music in it was kind of good. Best thing about it is seeing new death scenes. Like, I know they try to get more unique with each one, but there might be a similarity between some of them. I like that they didn't try to connect it to the other ones, but I wasn't a huge fan of like the vision stuff with the girl and like the backstory. But I don't know. I did enjoy the movie, but there was just something about it that kind of threw me off. It felt like it wasn't like the other ones. But you bet your ass if they announce another one, I'm going to be there in the theaters watching it because I have such an attachment to this movie as my dad showed me these when I was in like my younger teens. Watching these movies kind of got me to like the horror genre stuff. So shout out to him. But I don't know. I did enjoy this, but it's also in the middle of the pack for me. And coming in at my disappointing number 2 is Saw 11. Now you might be asking yourself, I don't remember watching Saw 11. Do you? Yeah, it never got released. Apparently, it got canceled because there was a bit of conflict between the rights with Lionsgate and the producers of it, or something. And just something was off there. I'm a huge super fan of the Saw movies, so it was a little disappointing to see it got canceled. I'm always down to see a new twist in the mind of John Kramer, but now at this point, I'm not too sure if I want to see the next one come out because at this point it would be Saw 11. That's kind of crazy that it's been in the works for like this series for like 20 plus years. So is it the time to maybe reboot it or let it sit for a little bit? I don't know. But if they do happen to announce a new one, I'm definitely going to be there. But let me know how you guys feel about the Saw series and do you think it should continue? And coming in at my number 1 is Fantastic Four First Steps. Now, going into this movie, I was super excited for this movie as I'm a huge fan of the 2005 and the 2007. I can't remember what year's the sequel, but with those, I do really like them. I know a lot of people don't praise those as like maybe one of the better ones because I know a lot of people do like this movie, but I think a good reason why I do like those movies is seeing the origin story between the Fantastic Four. And they do show a little bit of that in the beginning, but they kind of just sum it up. But personally, I wasn't a huge fan of it. I did enjoy it. Don't get me wrong, but I think I do prefer the one from 2005 over this one. Some good things about this movie is I do like the chemistry between them, but it's a little off-putting at the same time. It's a little hard to explain. I do like the look of the Thing. I thought it was pretty cool. Them doing the effects on it, I thought was pretty cool. I thought Silver Surfer by Julia Garner was pretty good. But I think the best thing in this movie was seeing Galactus. I can't remember the actor's name, but shout out to him. I thought he did an amazing job. I like how they kind of showed him to us like he's this big giant dude. Him talking was really cool, and seeing his eyes and seeing him, Galactus, was really cool. But there are some weak parts in the movie, like when he comes to Earth, he should be a lot bigger than he actually is, and the ending of how they defeat him is a little weak. I get that. But one of the other good things about this is seeing the end credit scene with Doctor Doom, them introducing now Avengers Doomsday. That was really cool seeing. I know a lot of people were hating on it only because it's a little sneak peek and we don't get too much, but I thought it was a good end credit scene for a hint to what we're going to get next. Well, that's my review of my 2025 most anticipated movies. Let me know how you guys felt about my list. And if you guys are curious about my 2026 most anticipated movies, I check the page in the next few days. Thanks for watching.